All right. So here we are. Hello from Disabled Soapbox. And like I said, I'm just getting ready for my Whatnot show. And I'm plugging as quick as I can. I didn't realize I had this big of an inventory, but I'm trying to get things organized as fast as I can. And I've won some things off of Drip that I'm opening now so we can look at that I'm going to have on my show once I get everything squared away. There, now we're cooking. I'll tell you what is interesting though is all the different styles of packing and stuff. All right, here's the first one. All right, let's see what we got here. All right. So my first thing here. Now, hold on. We're gonna put that there for now. Oh hell yeah! All right. So here's my card number one I got. And then card number two. And card number three. So that was everything's good there. Yep. I'm hoping that once I get everything squared away and get really going on Drip, or sorry, Whatnot, I keep getting them mixed up. That I hope I can clear a large volume of stuff here. There's the other one. So I'm gonna secure these things. Then I'll open another round of it. And thank you to all my supporters that have been patient with me and while I just tried to get everything heading in the same direction. Okay, here we go. Oops, nope, not that one. Okay, get this one secured. Okay. Am I losing my mind? Where am I? Oh. No, you're not. It's over here. Sorry. Trying to get things organized, and I have to concentrate when I'm getting these things in a top loader. So that's there. And how I'm going to mark the loaders when I have my show is I'm going to use sticky notes. On the sleeves so that I don't have to write on the sleeves. Because I understand why they're writing on the sleeves, but that's just not something I would do. And that's not something that I'm going to do. But I have enough penny sleeves here that I can get everything squared away here. Damn it. I want to just have a really good show so that I can do a good job and entertain people, because that's what it's actually about, selling things and entertaining people at the same time. So I'm gonna give away what I can, but I've also still got to and still want to make a profit. So it's like okay. I'm just kind of plugging as away as I go here, but yep, I got a Raichu and Alakazam and EV evolution thing. I don't remember what it was offhand, but that's what I got. She's just acting goofy. All right. Out. Now. All right. Put that one. That was a leafy on the other one that I got. That's what it was. Okay. Now. Then I'll open the rest of those. But I mean, and I realize I'm not soapboxing much here, but there is an awful lot to soapbox about. The unjustified unaliving of the person that was in Minnesota at the wrong place, wrong time. And I'm saying it that way so that I don't get in trouble with YouTube. But this has just been a mess. I mean, it's been a mess for a while, but now all the people that we tried to warn, this was going on, they're actually starting to get affected by this, and they're having to start to pay attention. But if they would have paid attention in the first place, maybe we could have got out in front of something and things wouldn't have gone that sideways. As it stands, whoops, too late now. I mean, all I am, and this is the same thing with my wife, is we're just disabled people that want to work. And I mean, I've got to laugh at all those folks out there that are screaming and hollering about nobody wanting to work. No, that's not the case. It's just you don't want to think about the possibility that somebody with a disability might be better at your job, whatever you're doing, than you are. And that scares the tar out of you. And the way that people squawk about saying, nobody wants to work, that's what they have to say to make themselves feel better about an icky situation. But when you call them on it, they scream and holler about how that's not fair. And then when you bring up that, well, it's not fair for us either, that's when they push back with, well, that's the way it is. So that's where the stuff is broken. And I've stated this on more than one occasion that I agree with one of my favorite comedians, a guy by the name of Josh Blue. He's very accurate when he says anybody is one bike ride away from being disabled. Anybody. Can happen to anybody. So that's why you need to be open-minded and kind of if somebody's wanting to work, maybe you should work with them a little bit instead of going, no, this can't happen. Because you'd be expecting, and this is to the able-bodied population out there, you'd be wanting the world to bend over backwards if something happened to you. Because there's been too much of a life-changing event. Well, what about the people that have been dealing with this kind of thing all their lives? Doesn't matter the situation. There's that one. That's going to be one of the other ones on my show. Now, with my show that I'm doing, and I know I've stated this a few times, but I'm just stating it again to make things clear. I'm going to go as fast as I can. But because I don't want to make any mistakes, and I don't want to make the mistake of shipping something that somebody won either in a drawing or an auction to the wrong place. So I have a plan to counteract that and just to make sure that things don't go sideways. Pikachu! All right, there we go. Damn, this one's kind of cool. Nice. All right. Let me get things squared away here. Now, where'd it go? Okay. So, and the reason that I'm moving the cards around like this is because for transportation wise and stackability, I have a different system that works for me, and that's what I'm doing. Like I said, when I do my show, I'm going to use sticky notes. And I do have a question for anybody that's ever done drip. Can you go until you're gone through all the inventory you want to go through, or do you have an overall time limit for every show? Because that's one thing I'm not sure of yet, of what I'm going to be. I mean, the amount of stuff that I'm going to be going through is a pretty hefty. I got a hefty stack of top loaders, PSA 10 stuff, graded stuff, and I think I'm also going to run some packs here. I don't know how many giveaways I'm going to do yet. I just want to have a good, clean show where I just make some stuff happen and things go well, and then we'll go from there. And if I have somebody that gives me a lot of props because I've discovered that tipping thing on there, if somebody's thinking I'm doing a good, damn it, that's what I needed to fix. If somebody's thinking I'm doing a good job and they want to tip me, the more of that kind of action and accolades I receive, the more free stuff I'll be able to give away in drawings. And I'd like to, if I'd like to say so myself, I got some pretty gnarly stuff here that is looking for a good home. The one thing about my drip show that I'm going to be doing is I won't be able to, or I won't be taking everything out of a top loader like everybody else because I don't want to damage the cards in the process. So they're safe and secure in the top loader as it stands, and that's where I'm going to keep them, and that's how I'm going to ship them, and all that stuff. And we'll just see how it goes. I don't have any more envelopes to open, so I've got the Pikachu that I won, which is pretty awesome and actually pretty shiny. In the words of Steve Carell, Pikachu! He always freaks out about Pikachu. And also, please don't forget about my wife's Etsy shop where she makes handmade jewelry. I will be linking that in the comments here. So if you have someone that's interested in handmade jewelry, or Mother's Day is coming, or Mother's Day, Valentine's Day. Wow, Freudian slip. There we go. And then, so that one goes to there. Okay. And also, since I got you here, I want to show you what my big plan is on some of the inventory that I've got that will not be at the show yet, because I have plans for this stuff. And I have a stack of stuff right here. I have this one. I have this one. I have this one. I have this one. And I also have this one. I'm going to stop saying this one, but here. And I got a couple repeats here that I would actually feel pretty comfortable about putting up in my stuff here, up in my show. I think that's what I'm going to do. But some of these I want to send them off to get cleaned up and graded. Because I think they do really well. I like this one. So I haven't decided all the stuff that's going on the show yet. I've seen a couple things here. Pikachu, old school Pikachu. That one. I mean, these is all the cards that I've got in my inventory right now. But what I want to do is to send them off to the Rocket Collect guy and get them cleaned up and graded and all that. And I'm keeping these separate so that I don't make a mistake and get them sold before I'm ready to. But that's my overall plan right now from Disabled Soapbox here on YouTube. And like I said, thank you for the support and all the subscribers up to this point. And once I get my first show all the way set up, which I'm almost ready for, I will be posting that on social media as much as possible. I'm hoping that I have a good enough volume that I can give away a lot of good stuff to people that enjoy the hobby of capturing there's Pokemons. There we go. All right. Well, I'd like to thank you for your time from Disabled Soapbox. I hope everybody have a good day, and safe rest of your week. Tomorrow's Friday, and I'm loosely planning to have my What Not show on the 21st of January. Thank you. Have a good day and a safe rest of your week.